Yeah, it was always.
Funny story, this man Trenton got beat up by a centipede, man. Trenton got beat up by a centipede. I'm washing clothes, right? I look up and I see this joint hanging over the washer and dryer, and I was like, yo, Trenton, it's back. I go use the bathroom. I get a text while I'm in there. Yo, could you come down here real quick? He's like, I need you to lift up the washing machine so I can kill this thing. I come downstairs. This man Trenton is like in a Spider-Man pose on top of a chair with a fly swatter. Yo, your
Lil
boy
Mag.
spitting bars, don't care if I gotta get a fresh lineup, forget their hair. Yeah, we back for another episode. Don't care, it's almost like I gotta go. Yeah, and your boy Swaggy T is in the building.
Chase B in the building.
Chase B is here too. Jewel in the sideline, like the mile line. Don't understand. Yo, what's up? We're here.
Yup.
It's your boy. It's your boy from Queens, State Gully.
April 17th.
Another day in the building.
I just want to apologize for missing last week.
Yeah, it's everybody's fault except for mine.
You know.
Trenton.
Excluding myself as well.
Yeah, our guest who deems himself an honorary member. You know, we pay a fee for this.
Oh, yeah.
How much?
It's $5 apiece. With you, it'll drop down to $3.
Rain check, bro.
Yeah, well, guess what? It didn't come up yet. So when it rains, I'm going to check you.
It ain't gonna rain.
It rains this weekend. What you talking about? It's going to rain.
All weekend, man.
Yeah, man.
Not Sunday.
Well, not
Can you?
Because it's Easter.
It might not rain Saturday, though.
I don't know. It's gonna change. It
Why
looks
would
like
it
it's gonna
rain
rain
on
tomorrow
Saturday if it's not a
because
Saturday?
of if you look outside right now,
It's not that sad.
it feels like it. It looks like it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
The weather people don't get it right.
Jesus
So like, I
died,
feel like
and then
when
it
I take my
resurrected on
I
Easter.
thought, wait,
Isn't that how it happened?
Easter Sunday.
Isn't that how it
So what you
happened?
saying?
God. Thursday or Friday?
if it says it's gonna rain, I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be
Friday?
nice outside today. If it
It
says
was
it's gonna
funny.
be nice,
I
I'm
was
like,
listening to this bad
shit.
rapper who's a
Yeah.
comedic
That's
guy.
what it's come to now.
He's like,
Yeah, like I just
kind of
need to start
sacrifice
raining so I
is
can
it
wash
when
my
you take
car.
it back?
Like, that's it.
And then he said, how
Yeah,
you gonna
watch
die
it.
on one day?
And
Come
the
back
rest of
3
the
days
day
later.
it's
He said,
like-
that nigga took off the weekend. I said, wow. Okay, that's a good point. Yo, what was y'all talking about in the background while we over here having this intellectual conversation?
All right, the audience don't even know who to listen to.
Listen to the
Yeah.
king. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, Quam, to the G, little baby Harlem. I'm in here. We here. A lot of y'all don't know what that is. So, got some topics this week.
What
I
are
need
they?
y'all to speak. Why did we miss last week, Trenton? Tell them why we missed last week.
I was sick.
This man was sick.
Sick of the podcast?
Guys, I'm about to tell y'all.
Sick of all of y'all.
Oh, no.
Every single one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm done. My fault.
Y'all, I don't know what type of time he's on. Yeah, so
I'm sorry. That was Jermaine.
I'm gonna tell everybody a funny story.
Let me.
Tell everybody a
Yeah.
funny story.
Yeah.
Hey, Trenton is like either Dr. Jekyll and Hyde or Jim Carrey with the mask. Because Trenton was sick in bed for 2 days straight.
Oh, here we go.
And on the second day, he had some company come through. This man ripped a can of spinach. He didn't even use a can opener. He ripped the top off with his bare hands.
I'm not Popeye.
Ate the spinach.
I'm not Popeye.
This man, I saw abs appear through his shirt.
Oh.
And then he had like little knots pop up on his muscles, like somebody gave him a frog. And his frogs got frogs. And then he said, I'm ready. And then Shorty came through and he's like, hey, baby, what's up? I'm like, what happened to being sick?
Oh.
He's like, I don't know what you're
If
talking
you
about.
can't make it to the podcast, but you can have company over.
Can't make it
I
to
see how it is.
Trenton was so sick. Trenton was so sick he couldn't rip through wet one-ply toilet paper.
Oh.
When he knew Shorty was coming through, this man ripped the Chinese phone book in half. I said, what is this man on, yo? He said, yeah, she's coming through.
What's the difference between a Chinese phone book and a regular phone book?
A lot of chins.
That makes sense.
That was funny, wasn't it?
I guess.
How long is a Chinaman?
It depends.
How long is a Chinaman?
It depends who's racist and who's not.
How long is a Chinaman?
It's
How long is a Chinaman?
What do you say? What is the question?
not a question.
How long is a Chinaman?
It's a statement. How long is a Chinaman? It's a person.
Gotcha.
No, I was asking. Like, is he
Don't ask
5'6"? What?
me. Don't.
If Pete and Repeat are on a boat, right? But Pete fell off. Who's next?
You asked me
I got
this like a long time ago.
But anyway, yeah, so we here. Yo, a lot of things been going on the timeline. My man Trenton ripping phone books in half now when he has company. Midol and Pepto-Bismol don't mean nothing when he has a can of spinach. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I had to mute a couple words on my Twitter. One of them was GOT, and those words also followed with Game of Thrones. GOT.
Why? Why'd you mute it?
Because I don't know what's going on. I know I looked on
Game
YouTube.
of Thrones is the best show ever made.
I never said Game of Thrones. At first, I said GOT.
Yeah, at first, then you said Game of Thrones.
God on top.
It's like everybody that tweets "got" in there has the word "got." In
No,
there.
real quick, before we get into Game of Thrones, I am so sick of this on Twitter. You gotta do this, man. Everybody putting these motivational quotes saying what you gotta do. I had to that whole sentence, I had to mute. You gotta. I'm like,
was it a common thing?
It's a common thing. People will be like, you gotta know when to hold them and fold them. Yeah, you gotta remove the toxicity in your life. Yeah, you gotta burn a sage every day. Yeah, you gotta know when God has plans for you. Yeah, you gotta know when. I'm like, yo, okay, that's enough. I don't gotta do anything. I don't have to do a thing. And you spelling gotta, spell got to. Just put that. So I had to mute that. Then Game of Thrones came along, and now I was like, okay, time to mute this too. Because all I kept seeing was about some queen having sex with some guy, some dragon, some guy getting pushed out of a window and coming back with powers. No, just different topics. So who got pushed out of a window?
Bran.
And what happened?
He's crippled.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair.
So how does he have powers?
He's the Raven.
Yeah. How's Professor Xavier have powers?
But wait, I don't know anything about Game of Thrones though. I don't even know who these characters are.
So like the original Raven died and gave him.
Wait, what is Raven?
The Raven powers. Huh?
What is the Raven powers? Oh,
So
is it like the crow?
You can go back in time and see what happens and see what happened, and then you can see what's coming and stuff like that.
They have wheelchairs in Game of Thrones?
I mean, they have wheels.
I'm gonna say it's pretty old. I didn't think they had wheelchairs back then.
They ain't got no ramps or nothing.
See my man pull out an iPhone in the middle of the show. Like, wait a second, what's going on here? So wait a second. If he could see in the future, could he see us right now talking about this podcast?
Probably, yeah.
Nah, bro, they got the level of drip they got on the show, bro. They have to have wheels, bro. They'd be drippy on the show. Catch me in some Joffrey gear,
but only thing I know is that icy. So is that what you're referring to with the drip?
Bro, drippy.
Valyrian steel, dog. Full on mink.
Yeah, bro.
Like your blanket that you
Yeah,
wear.
full on mink
Jon Snow be
blankets.
on it.
Your direwolf.
Yup. Direwolves.
How many are left? Like 2 or 3?
Direwolves?
Yeah, I think there's 2 left.
Talking about in the show or in real life?
In the show.
What is the direwolf?
Nymeria, and I think Ghost is still.
Oh, yeah.
Only ghosts I know come from power.
Yeah, I think there's only 2.
Yeah. But Nymeria ran away. I don't know what happened to Ghost, but Nymeria ran away.
Ghost was messing with Angela.
Ghost might have died.
Ghost was messing with
Oh,
Angela.
Ghost died?
I think Ghost still alive.
No.
What happened to Ghost? Because I know Nymeria ran
Nerd
off with the pack.
Yeah, I remember, yeah, because Arya met her.
Nerds.
I can't remember.
But
I gotta go back and watch it.
Wasn't Ghost just like... I don't know.
I just don't remember dying. I just don't remember him dying.
I think Ghost is
Yeah.
still alive. I just don't think that...
Because he was there when John was on that table
That's what I
and
was
they was
about to say.
resurrecting him.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to say, but, for people who haven't seen it, I don't know, some people
Yeah, so
still wanna
last
catch up.
week, the Batman Who Laughs came out. It's pretty good.
Cool.
What's that?
This man,
The Batman Who Laughs?
What's that?
Batman or Bad Man?
Batman.
What's
Okay.
that?
Alright, so they had Dark Knight's DC metal, right? Yeah, I'm Jamaican, my man. What's up? I
What
said
up,
Batman.
man?
Okay. Yeah. What are you, Drake? This man, alright. Yeah, Batman Who Laughs. We had Dark Knight's metal. Different alternate version where Batman killed the Joker. A poison came out of his heart and turned Batman into the Joker. So it was Batman's his smarts, his fighting ability, and all that mixed with the craziness of the Joker. Yeah, it's pretty good. You check it out.
So the Joker's still dead though?
No, this is it was an
So the
alternate.
Joker's
This
in
actually, no, this is an alternate universe. He was in a dark multiverse.
Oh,
It's like the flip. You know what I'm saying? So he came out of the dark multiverse. He's in the real one now. Lex Luthor. I just because y'all was being nerds, so I was like, okay, let me. And Bad News versus Jay Murray just dropped. Loaded Lux and Averb. Because I got to keep it hood at the same time, since we just talking about stuff.
Okay. I remember there was a cartoon like Batman Beyond. Like back in the day, I remember watching it. It was like something about the Joker before he died. He did something to Robin.
Yeah.
And then when Robin got older,
Pretty much turned
to the Joker.
Yeah, he turned him. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was sad. It was a sad story.
That
as a
was
kid.
sad. Bro.
I was like, my man, and he was just crying at the end when he supposedly shot the Joker.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, no, the Joker's a very, 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 very crazy criminal.
Yeah, man.
But he's actually pretty genius at the same time.
Yeah.
He's actually just as smart, if not comparable to Batman.
What do y'all think about the new Joker movie that's supposed to be coming out?
With Joaquin
Ooh,
Phoenix.
yeah.
I hope it's
I
better
understand.
than who plays the Joker?
Jared
Gyllenhaal?
Leto. Jared Leto.
Jake
Jake
Oh,
Gyllenhaal.
sorry.
Yeah.
What?
I got mixed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I hope-
That was such a sincere sorry. He was like, I'm sorry.
Because I felt bad. Because when they said the name again, I was like, hey, Gyllenhaal. I was like, oh no. I'm about to lock me up.
You know what you should
Yeah.
do? Go on Instagram, follow one of those comic book pages, and put something that has nothing to do with anything on those comic book pages. Watch you get jumped. I put something on there. Dude's like, how dare you say that? I'm like, yo, come on, my man. I had to block them. I had to block them. I'm like, yo, for real, my man. Like, you got other Instagram pages from comic books. Yeah, I can't believe you said that. And I'm like, well, I'm right.
They're
But
serious.
I don't care if you're right. You're going to die. You're going to burn. I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, all right. I had to go private.
That's
I'm on his comment.
You could have just blocked them.
I
You
did
got no
too,
plan.
but like, I mean, like, I don't want him to make another account. You see how serious it was?
You thought you could run, didn't you?
Yeah. Man, I'm seeing like people commenting on my old photos. I was like, okay, this is good enough. It's like the episode of Family Guy when he's playing the piano and dude was calling him a phoney.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was like, wait a second.
That was outside that man's house, bro. He gonna make one. He gonna make another account. He's gonna name somebody that you know.
Yeah, you gonna go look through my followers and say, all right, I got him with this one. Man.
Got you.
But nah, yeah. But
I hope he's better than Jared Leto.
I don't know. That movie didn't seem so. I don't know. It seemed like it was copying something from The Killing Joke a little bit, but at the same time, I don't know if y'all know what The Killing Joke is.
I do.
You do? Okay, yeah. So yeah, it looked like it was copying a little bit from The Killing Joke, and for those who don't know, that is supposed to be one of the origin stories of the Joker, which there is no definitive origin story, but it's one of them. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I didn't like how skinny he was. I was like, why does he look so skinny? And he got hit by that car. I'm like, there's no way he's alive. There's no way you're 100 0 pounds, and yeah, funny I said that right, 100 pounds. But there's no way that you look that skinny and get hit by a car and you get up and run. If I get hit by a car and I'm 30 pounds, I'm flying.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine a grown man getting hit by a car going 60 at 100. Nah.
Yeah, I just didn't buy him as Joker, man. I wasn't buying him.
No, I think if he had actually looked a little bit healthier, then sure. He was
I agree.
getting washed up. Like when he got hit with that sign and passed out, I said, wait a second. You got hit with a cardboard sign and you passed out, but yet you got hit by a car and you got up and started running?
Yeah.
Something's not making sense here.
But at the same time, I look at like Heath Ledger, not like all he had to do to become Joker and how that took a toll on him. I kind of wonder like.
There's Heath Ledger. There's Jack Nicholson. There's the animated joints. And then there's everybody else. I don't know, man.
Can we all agree that superhero like adaptations are always better animated than they
I don't
are?
know, man. I can't say that for all of them because Man of Steel was pretty good. Now, the animated ones are good, but those are more definitive. Those are like more comic book driven, like they copy in the comic book. But get a movie, Man of Steel was pretty okay. What else was pretty
The
okay?
Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. I feel
Dark
like
Knight
it
was
good.
very good because and then the thing is, you gotta realize sometimes they'll take the movies and then start mirroring the comic books after those characters in the movies. Like so, if a character will look like Christian Bale, they'll start drawing them. You know what I'm saying? They won't do that all the time, but they'll do it sometimes. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Avengers is doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, what else?
Because the Russo brothers know their shit.
Yeah, but are the Russo brothers better than the people who made The Matrix?
I never watched the Matrix movies.
Get out, man. Get your stuff and
The
get
first
out.
one was a classic. I don't know about
The whole trilogy was just amazing. Now, granted, you gotta be a Matrix fan to get the other two because once you hit that one that was good, the rest of them was okay. Now we gotta get to the fans. The funny thing is, the Matrix was stolen from a lady who wrote the Terminator. She won that lawsuit. It was the Terminator, the Matrix, and something else. Some Indian lady, and she sued. And she got I think she got a lot of money.
So was it
billions?
So how'd they end up stealing it from her?
Basically, it was like she wrote a story, and then they stole, or supposedly these, the Matrix and Terminator copied those elements and then transformed them into stories. She won a lawsuit. She has the largest winning lawsuit, I think, for a single person.
That's like gotta be a lot of money in those movies. So I mean,
Yeah, because you made $1 billion off the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Terminator's.
But a lot of people like the Terminator. Though.
Which would you rather, the Terminator, or to be in the world like the Matrix?
The Matrix. I never really got in Terminator like that.
Skynet. I don't know, man. I don't want to be plugged in and live underground in some type of fake world and all that. My man took that pill and he woke up and he was like, "Send me back, please." He's like, "Please send me back." There's no way I would want to be in the Matrix. But anyway, yeah. So rip Nip.
Did y'all see what Kodak Black had to say about Lauren London?
That's all I ever hear when I see anything.
Blubby said he'll give Lauren London maybe about a year to grieve, and then he's gonna get at her.
Yeah, he actually just released a diss track too to T.I.
What's
called
it?
Expeditiously.
What's his deal with her? I haven't been paying attention to those.
So what happened? Nip died, right? Lauren London is longtime girlfriend of Nip.
Of course.
He's now basically like shooting his shot. It's like, you know what I'm saying, somebody's dying and you talking about, yeah, I'm gonna give you some time and then I'm gonna shoot my shot at you.
Okay.
Then he issued an apology and said like he's sorry for disrespecting, I guess, Lauren and like the whole family. And then he was like, even though I know I didn't, I'm sorry. Like, is that really an apology?
Because he had to do it
T.I. wasn't
expeditiously.
having it.
He said
he's
expeditiously.
T.I. was not having it.
Expeditiously.
The game wasn't having it either. Who else?
What
He
T.I.
called
took
the
his display out of his museum or whatever.
yeah.
Whose display?
T.I.
He took whose display out?
Codex.
He had a display in the museum?
It's
Yeah. Yeah. It was like some hip hop thing.
Is it in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
it's
think
in Atlanta.
it's.
Where's Kodak from? Florida?
Yeah.
That might explain everything.
Florida got different energy.
Yeah, they do.
So Trent said he wanted to go.
Yeah, man.
He wants a little
Miami.
taste.
Mhm.
He wants a little taste of the energy.
Pause.
See where it's
But
But yeah, he called the game a booty dancer or something like
yeah,
that.
because Game had like 50 Cent in Game when they was beefing. Game was supposed to be a stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah. A booty dancer. That's funny. What is a booty dancer? Just say it, man. Like African booty scratcher? Is that what you're getting at? Like, but nah, I mean, the thing is, I don't know, man. Kodak.
I feel like Kodak is just childish. Like, he
Yeah.
just...
I mean, that's what you do. You know, I mean, you just, from a young age, you start off as a Twitter meme? Was he a Twitter meme? Because I remember there's like an old photo of that guy turning around in a Bentley. Supposedly that was Kodak. Yeah, like he had that, like he's driving and he turns around and he's like, no.
We need Alan here. Alan's the true Kodak fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start looking at Allen differently now, you know. But nah, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. That's wild. People don't got no respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody just.
Do you think it was fair for him to say, "Hey, I'm gonna let you grieve for a year," then say, "Get at me"?
Why
I mean,
even,
nah,
why
I'm
even
a-
say anything?
I'm gonna put it like this, right? I'm gonna put it like this. Kodak doesn't do anything differently from what everybody in the world does. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even give it a year.
Yeah.
Only thing is, you made your opinion public when nobody asked for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where your problem. And you did it over somebody who, you know what I'm saying? We looking at like, you know, strong legacy so far. So you messed up, but he's not doing nothing differently than what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I seen somebody say like everybody else would be like trying to get her right now.
Yeah. Like if Lauren was not with Nip, I think nobody would care. You know, I'm gonna put it like that. If it wasn't Nip, then probably people would care. I mean, people would care, but they would care less. But it's like at the same time, he's highlighting those type of people. Which, I mean, hey man, people got no remorse out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? No remorse in these streets.
I see a lot of people that are upset about a lot of people hopping on the bandwagon of like Nipsey dying. It's like, oh, like they're like grieving.
I don't know how you hop on a bandwagon for somebody dying.
That's what I was saying. It's like, I mean, you can feel, like, because I'll be honest, I wasn't a Nipsey fan. I knew of him, but I wasn't really like a diehard fan. But like, I was like, I didn't know anything about him. But I was like, okay, well, he, you know, coming from all these facts that people were releasing about him, like, oh, he's a pretty good guy. It sucks that he died.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel bad about that. But like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, I was a Nipsey fan from day one or something like that.
Nah.
I like, yeah, like I'm not gonna say nothing like that.
Like I said on here, I only knew Nipsey for his interviews. Trent put me on his music, so then I listened to the music, and I listened like maybe when Trent put me on, he put me to Hustle and Motivate, and then I heard something he was featured with Davies, I think. Then I heard was it Victory Lap with the intro song, and then when he passed, I was like, you know what? Let me actually, because I'm very selective with the music. I'll come back to it later time. Gave it a listen, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty much as everything in the interviews, but the rapping ability was pretty good. Good. That's why I was like, okay, this is up there. Now, I don't think it's a bandwagon because if it's good music, it's good music. And no matter how you heard about it, if you heard someone died, they died, sadly. But if that's what you heard about it. That's the means in which you heard about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why people be like, man, you ain't listen to Nipsey. You wouldn't know Day One fan. Like what does it matter?
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't understand. I've heard 5 songs outside of Victory Lap before his music, and I didn't even know that this was Nipsey. And I was like, wow, this is Nipsey. It just so happened that he was on there. Like, I mean, I'm like, okay. But other than that, it's like, okay. So this is him. When you see it, you're like, oh, this was him. But, I mean, that happens often. Like, I've listened to some people, and I was like, I never knew that was them until I go back, and I'm like, oh, that was them. But, I mean, listen, man, Nipsey was a good rapper. It doesn't matter. Now, if it was an alive artist, you know, I'm like, I hate when people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I'm a J. Cole fan from the warm-up to then I heard the come-up, which is actually before the warm-up. I saw him in Union Square doing the Vivo show. And then you got people, yo, man, I've been on J. Cole since day one. You know, his first album, man, Born Sinner. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. And you got people out here, you know, I'm like, yo, God, come on, man. Come on. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
Well, like, I'm not really a fan of people who will, like, get mad at somebody who, like, just discovered an artist and be like, and like start judging them because they just discovered them.
No, you're not.
Like, well,
don't act like you've been listening to their music when you haven't.
That's what I'm saying, because you want to look popular for the crowd, and then you start saying stuff that's not true, and you're like, people that don't know are going to start biting onto this and going. But, like, for me, what it really comes down to is, forgot what I was about to say. So, yeah, what I was saying was.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, no, it's like
you was on a road, bro. You really took off.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Damn.
You caught me off guard too. I was like, man, this man just did a U-turn.
Yep.
Like he got to the middle of a sentence and I was like,
it's like he was talking and then he immediately had everything prepared for the out. He was like, I already forgot what I said. I was thinking.
Yep. It's like I was about to cross the street. That's what in my head. That's what I ain't gonna front. That's what I was thinking about. In my head, I'm crossing the street and I just saw a bus go by. I don't know why that popped in my head. But I forgot everything I was talking about.
Yeah, we talking about I'm tired. This man Kwame over here tired. You need some rest. You need some rest.
It's my line, man. He messed it up. It's my line.
Man, but rest in peace, Nipsey, bro.
With J. Cole, that's what it was. With J. Cole, right? With the problem with people like with J. Cole, right? You'll see it a prime example. And I'm only going to use J. Cole. Everybody, like, I'm only going to use him because that's one of my favorite artists. But, like, with people who jump onto it, they'll listen to the song, they'll hear something good, and then they'll constantly keep playing that same thing over and over and over. And you're like, well, I heard this a year ago, but you keep playing it now, and now I hate the song. That's what my problem comes with those people. It's like, oh, man, like, this song is old. I understand that you just caught on to it. I don't care. But you just played it 8 times in a row. I'm tired of it. Turn it off.
They really like that song, though. They really like that
So
song.
then play it in headphones. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. Like, when it first come out, give it endless loops. Cool. Power Trip came out. I remember I heard that joint. And I ain't gonna front. By the end of the month, I had like 950 listens to it.
Jeez.
That's good, man. Man, I'm a J. Cole fan to the fullest.
I probably can't say that, honestly. Because there's a lot of artists who I discovered pretty late in the game, and then I'll probably listen to a lot of their music.
I don't listen to music until it's at least 2 years old.
Yeah.
Jewel don't listen. Jewel listen to old Kevin Gates like it just came out. She listened to Logan Brosky
Lil
one.
Wayne. Dog, when she was playing music earlier, you know how it was at that party, and somebody had the aux. I was like, who had the aux?
Yes.
That's what it felt like.
He was playing some old remix Chance the Rapper. I was like, what are you doing, brother?
You know, be the worst when you go somewhere.
Old music is the best music.
But you playing it like it's new. Like, what you mean?
What do you mean?
Dude, like, yo, I got this new track. I'm like,
No.
What is it? Lollipop.
That's not what happens. That is not what happens.
All of a sudden,
Every time I put something on, you gotta go, what is this?
yeah, because you play 3 things constantly. Adele, Kevin Gates, and some soca artists that don't have any PG-13 music. It's like, damn, I don't want to hear about dancing at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired. Got the stamina. I'm tired. I want to go sleep. That's stamina.
At least she played Blueface this time.
Who's that?
What?
She played Tatiana this time.
I didn't. I skipped it, remember?
She gonna play Tatiana while we pass in the church.
Well, you played a little bit of it.
Yeah, I wasn't I was looking for
He's like getting out of church.
I see a group of Jehovah's Witnesses at somebody's door, and she's playing Tatiana. I'm like, wow, what's up?
Who's Tatiana?
I said, did you say it wrong? Is it distorted? Like, yo. I'm like, damn, Jewel. Like, then, oh man, you get to a red light. She's playing Maroon 5, which I love Maroon 5. She's playing She Will Be Loved. Then I'm like, oh my God, at least play something more up tempo. You know what I'm saying? Like, people over there looking at us with their head down, like.
I gotta
man.
put my head down. I can't let them see me in there.
Anytime Jewel drives, I bring headphones.
That's so foul.
You think I'm playing? They're in the car.
Yeah, I heard his music over my music, so.
Speaking of headphones in the car, do y'all ever see people driving with headphones in their hands?
Yeah,
Yup,
sometimes I
all
do.
the
I just
time.
forget to take them out, to be honest.
I don't. Okay, I don't. I'm gonna say I don't know the fact. Like
For me, I just forget to take them out.
You're not supposed to.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, what
Okay,
difference does it
okay,
make?
that's what I was about to say, because if your music's loud as crap and you can't hear the sirens anyway, sometimes I don't even have my music on and I still can't hear the sirens and I can just see them. So.
Well, like I started seeing it at one point.
They
and I
become
was
a
just
rush duel. Like, turn that shit off. That's what it is.
I was just like, okay, this guy has like headphones in his ear while he's driving, and then I like started seeing like a lot more people.
Well, like
do
some
it.
people do it either because they're talking on the phone and
AirPods.
they don't have, like, you know, where they're Bluetooth and stuff,
Yeah.
or they just don't have a system in their car, so they listen to their music.
At the same time, I'm not gonna listen to my head.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
doing my
I don't
headphones.
listen to my headphones.
I mean, if you're the only person in the car, I don't see a problem with it. I
Music
know
in
my
a
mom.
car.
My mom does that on road trips. When she goes on road trips, like if she's driving, she's gonna have her headphones in because that way she can tune everybody else out.
Gotcha.
Because it's not the same playing music out loud when everybody else is doing. Whatever.
See, like, I'll get in my car, right? I'll have my beats on, or I'll have my wired headphones in, and I'll get in the car, and then the Bluetooth will connect. And so I just leave them in because I'm like, you know, in the middle of talking, it might take a second, and then it clicks on, but I know I'm about to get right back at the car, so I don't waste my time.
Gotcha. But it's like music in a car versus music on headphones. Bro. Music in the car is way better.
It depends. It depends on the headphones you got, man, because I ain't going
It
front,
depends on the
man.
car you have.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
loud.
know. Like, I don't know, man, because my beats, the studio ones.
Get a better car.
Or if you don't
I mean-
have any way to play
Wow, here we go.
music from your phone, so like.
I had the best
Gotcha.
You know
I
what
had the
mean?
best
Like,
door
music, like, you gotta listen to
speakers.
radio,
I think I had,
why would
what,
I listen to,
Mojos?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
No, I didn't have Mojos. I had Memphis or Bose. I had one of them. Because my G6, I had aftermarket speakers. But those were great speakers. And I still prefer the in-the-ear, localized space. Because when you're driving, you know what I'm saying? But when you got the headphones on, you get to pay attention to more like the rapping ability. I mean, I don't know if y'all like that, but I've been noticing instruments,
It depends.
breaths, and it. But I don't ever do that in the car.
It depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling hype, I need to hear it out loud. I need that shit to bounce around in my car.
I'm not a big headphones guy anyway, so.
This man Trent got beats and only used them 3 times since he bought them.
No, that's lie. But
I've
I
only
feel
seen
like-
him 3 times since I met Train. I'm like, wait a second. I met you how many years ago? And you had these beats how long? And he just used them the other night for the first time. I was like, okay.
Majority of the time, I have my headphones in when I'm at work. That's the majority of the time when I have them in.
He has AirPods. He's rich, supposedly.
I didn't say AirPods.
Do you have the twos?
I didn't say AirPods.
Do you have the twos?
Yeah, he had.
Do
to
you have the
call
twos
me
or the
out
black
there.
ones? Do you have the twos or the black ones?
There ain't no black one.
Yo.
Exactly. So he's not
My
rich. I'll
dad
take
lost
that
his
back.
phone and he went and got a new phone and then got the AirPods. And I'm like, why would you get AirPods? Like, he was outside mowing the grass in them with them on. And I'm like, yo, you're going to lose them. That's not for him.
That nigga
because
ran right
first
over
off,
the
he lost
AirPods.
his phone outside.
See the lawnmower with the AirPods on the side. He like, wait a second.
it got some waves on it, bro.
This man out there on a tractor with AirPods on. And I'm like, yo, what are you even doing?
What is a tractor?
Yo, he gonna have some waves next week, bro. He gonna have some waves next week.
What are you
That man gonna be like, listening to changing and stuff in the club.
I've been catching Alan do that way too much, bro.
Yeah, like, yo, Alan, I ain't gonna front. Alan has got to be the worst person to dap up. Because every 5 minutes, this man is touching his hair with the grease in it. I'm like, yo, man, why does your hand look so shiny and sweaty? He's like, yo, wave check real quick. Nigga, stop. You already checked them. I get it.
I always go through pictures like the other day. It was like his 20th birthday, I think. And his mom took a picture of him blowing out the candles on a cake. This man tilted his head like down like this. And then like she took a picture directly at the top of his head. While the cake's down there, bro.
Alan better hope that he does not end up like Tiger Woods or something like that. Because if Alan ever end up like that, yo, I'm going to have to find this man and see if he got that bald spot. Let's see if he keep his head down there. Let's see if that man going to be over here like, yeah, quick fade check real quick. That's what he going to do.
Yo, everybody with waves. Carry around a rag so you can wipe your hands off after you wipe your head.
like
bro.
something. All right, yo, check this out. This is hilarious, too. Nothing. I forgot again. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
That's worse than me.
How? How so?
Because, man,
That's about the same as me. I'm not going to say
million
worse.
thoughts a minute,
Yeah, that's
man.
what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm over here doing the precise compilations of math. I'm trying to break down calculus and physics at the same time while I'm telling this podcast story.
You were doing the Pythagorean theorem and everything.
You know, you ever seen the Hangover when dude was looking at all the
Yes,
math?
that's
That's
what I
my
was
head
thinking of.
all the time, and I'm like, why? I'm like, why? I be trying to go to sleep at night. And it's like, I look at the ceiling, I see like numbers on the ceiling. I'm like,
what you thinking about? Why?
I don't know, man.
What you got on your mind?
A lot.
Relax.
Yeah,
Get the rest, bro.
I forgot. Hold on, just give me a second. Let me come back.
Are you stressed
You
out?
stressing? Yeah, you
You
stressing.
gotta burn some sage, dog.
I did burn a sage.
You know what you should do? You should go to therapy with me. Some float therapy, bro.
I was gonna do it.
Quotations.
I'm gonna do it.
You want-
I've done it before.
The
You
float
talking about-
therapy?
It's not float therapy, my man. It's a deprivation
The
treatment.
deprivation treatment.
Yeah, I've done it
I haven't done it before, Quan. I'm not an expert.
I've done it before. But mine was different. Mine wasn't like when you're in a big tank. It was like a small, like I would say like a coffin. It would look like it was localized. Like if you ever seen Daredevil, right?
Yes.
You know how he went to sleep and he would just put himself in there?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It was a little bit smaller. It wasn't like one of these huge joints. And you just stay in there and it's dark and
I
just sit
couldn't.
float in there.
Did you hallucinate?
I'd lose my mind.
Huh?
Man.
Did
They
you
got a
hallucinate?
panic button.
No, but I do know my
You
ears had
looking-
water on them. I was hurt.
They didn't give you any earplugs?
No, I didn't put them in. Because I remember, like, okay, for example, Mark Wahlberg, he was doing a movie, and he said, like, you know, I forgot what movie it was, 127 hours? No. Whatever movie he was doing. He said, like, he had earplugs in, and the fans were huge, and it was like they had to emulate a storm, and he said the earplug jammed in underneath his eardrum.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And he said, like, he forgot that he had earplugs in, so he said his head the next day felt swollen, and they had to do surgery to take it out, and I always have a fear of that.
What kind of earplugs they give him, bro?
Oh man, enough to take. I don't know what it was, but you on set getting hit with 127 miles an hour winds? Nah, I'm good.
I'll never forget my aunt. We was at a camp. We was camping out. My aunt one day, every one night, she was like,
Wait. Did you draw your anti-sea bear circle?
we were at the camp, and she had cotton in her ears, and we was like, why does she have cotton in her ears? It's like me and Alan was like, why does she have cotton in her ear? She was like, because I read a story about this lady who got a moth stuck in her ear. Ever since then, I was like, scar for life. I was like, oh,
There was a show.
I ain't going camping no more.
It's like a show, CSI Investigations. I think it was Las Vegas. Like, dude, I forgot his name. He got kidnapped by somebody, and he was one of the investigators. And then they put him in a glass coffin underground. And the thing was, like, whenever people would tune into the feed, it would put him in that little glass box under the ground. It would turn on the light that was too hot and turn off the AC. So then he had to shoot the light out, and he had some gum in his pocket. And because he shot the light, these fire ants started coming in there. And so he had to put the gum in his ears. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I seen a movie that was like based on something like that, and like this guy had like a fire ant in his ear or something like that. It was really weird.
I had a fire ant in my ear. You just take my life, man.
Yeah, it was always.
Funny story. This man Trenton got beat up by a centipede, man. Trenton got beat up by a centipede. I'm washing clothes, right? I look up and I see this joint hanging over the washer and dryer, and I was like, "Yo, Trenton, it's back." He said, "All right." So I go in the room. I go use the bathroom. I get a text while I'm in there. Yo, could you come down here real quick? I'm like, "Why? What's up?" He's like, "I need you to lift up the washing machine so I can kill this thing." I come downstairs. This man Trenton is like in a Spider-Man pose, on top of a chair with a fly swatter, and I'm like, "Wait a second, how did it get underneath the machine?" He's like, "Well, I tried to kill it, and it jumped at me." And I said, "I've never heard about a centipede jumping." I was
That man
like,
said Spider-Man pose. I know exactly how it is.
That man
the
said-
way this man's legs be.
I was trying to picture the Spider-Man pose. I was like, there's a couple poses. The
I
first
was
pose that came to mind was like,
because-
he's on all fours, like, look at it.
Yeah, he's like, I was like, but no. And the crazy thing is, Trent is hilarious because the next day, because he couldn't find it, this man is putting his washing, like his baskets and stuff on top of the kitchen sink and
Yeah, I'm
counter.
not taking no chance.
Instead of leaving it on the floor. I'm like, yo.
Because it's not for my clothes in the little hamper, and I got some weight on me. I'm not taking no chance.
It's sitting right on top looking at him. I'm like, what's up? I knew this was gonna happen. This man is hilarious, yo. Yo, Trent is the craziest person in the world, man. This man tried to take out the trash and the bag ripped. Instead of saying, all right, let me put another bag on top of the
I ain't
bag.
have the time, dog.
This man left the trash halfway out and put another bag on the handles in the kitchen. I'm like, what the hell
I'm
is
gonna
this?
let the experts handle
I
this.
came downstairs and I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, damn, did he not? I'm like, okay, I'm looking at it. And I see the string is popped. And it looked like he's tried to pull the string after it popped anyway. And I'm like, this man is crazy, yo. I was like, yo, did you? He's like, yeah. He's like, I was like, yo.
Trying to defend yourself.
No, it's not like I'm insulting him. It was just funny. I'm like, wait a second. Because then I started looking back at some old stuff. And it reminded me of the time when he said that he stepped in.
You got the bleach.
Yeah, and I'm thinking in my head, He's like,
I was thinking about it, but I was like, no, he's getting dogged
no, I'm not dogging him, but it was just funny because then when I was looking at the picture, I'm like, how did he get a perfect shaped bleach print to a foot? And I said, when he stepped in the bleach and his step on the carpet, I was like, this man is crazy.
I seen it. I was like, it's the perfect shape of his shoe. I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, how was it? It was hilarious.
This nigga went and got a mold and put it over this. He's like, yeah, we're going to get this whole area. I'm in my head. I'm like, wait a second.
It was so funny, dude. No harm, no foul.
No, I'm not trying to dog him.
We didn't have to pay for it, so it's good.
This is what this man did, too. This is hilarious. I go to get a can opener, right? I lift this joint up. The whole thing shattered into pieces. And I'm holding up just the handle. And I'm like, what happened? Trent comes back in with a brand new can opener. Yeah, I wasn't going to say nothing. I'm like, so you reassembled the whole can opener.
I thought maybe somebody else put it back together or something.
Like, it looked like nothing. He put the parts back together. And he put it right back in the same spot. And then puts the new one right next to it. And I'm like, this guy is crazy, man. I was like, what type of time is this man on? You know what he do with stuff. I'm like, I'm over here hurt, man. I'm like, yo, how am I going to open up this can now?
Like, buy a new one.
I was like, this man is crazy.
At least about a new one, though.
No, I mean, I'm not trying to dog him. I was like, yo, these are some funny stories. Like, what is this man, what is he going through this man's head when he be doing it? Like, this man looking around, making sure nobody coming down the stairs, reassembling the can opener. I was like, what the hell? This man is crazy, man.
Oh, my goodness.
This guy is hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
When I really walked down there and looked at the trash, I'm like, dang, he just didn't want to take it out. Then I look at the string and I see it's popped, and I'm like, this man is crazy, yo.
Yeah, I was really waiting on, like, for the trash people to come out. I was just going to put it out there and let them in.
This man is crazy, yo. Oh, man, this guy, yo. Funny.
Dude.
I had something to say and I forgot again.
Avengers in 8 days.
It's 8 days?
Yeah, I got my tickets.
I got my tickets as well. Where you going?
The expensive movie theater.
I gotta go
now?
Yeah.
At the mall?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
That's where you going?
Yeah, what showing are you going to?
7 something.
I'm going to 8. I'm in Auditorium 7 if you want to look for me. I'll be at the front.
Lucky number 7.
Because I had to get the second row from the screen.
No, I got good seats. I got good seats. I'm up, like, in the middle section. I wish I would be in the front, like, breaking my neck looking
No,
at
it's not that bad, though.
Yeah,
You went to see Captain Marvel last week.
That's cool.
Yeah. It wasn't
Captain Marvel was
they got the
trash.
recliners. You can...
Captain Marvel was trash.
I thought it was pretty good.
What?
It was trash.
What was trash about it?
It just was boring. Captain Marvel's not a good superhero. Like, in the comic book, she's trash, too.
They could have done better.
No, she's just trash. She's trash. She's like, all right, imagine you got a comic book. Or imagine you got a team, right? Got a team of 20 people. Or let's put it like this. Even better. You know when you're on the highway and you're driving, and there's a person that's behind you the whole way. You could be on the highway for an hour, and out of nowhere, the moment you go from 80 to 75, they jump up from this 65 to 80, and they start trying to pass you up. They trying to flash you, you know what I'm saying, beeping the horn, trying to get around you. That's Captain Marvel. Just to realize at the end of the day, you're about to go right back down to 65. And that is like the perfect representation. She's one of those heroes through comic books that's always been there, but you didn't care, and then all of a sudden, they get a little popularity, and then, oh my God, yo, yeah, I'm number one, I'm the best hero, and then back down to you're trash. You're trash at the end of the day.
I don't know.
I mean, you gotta read comic books.
I guess it's probably like depends on how much you pay attention.
Well, I mean, I'm a nerd when it comes to comic books, but don't get it fucked up. I still carry gun bars every day.
But I feel like you're more of a DC kind of guy than a Marvel kind of guy.
I'm just whichever one's better. I do like DC more right now because DC's writing better. But Marvel, it just depends. Marvel did a lot of bad comic book writing for like 2-3 years now.
I heard the TV shows weren't that good.
I heard
DC was better TV.
I don't watch those, to be honest with you.
TV shows, I can't do TV shows.
I don't like I tried to watch The Flash. I did season 1 and 2, and then I was like, okay, I'm good on this. Then I tried to watch Arrow. I did 3 seasons of that. I was like, okay, I'm good on this. Gotham, I never was into.
Arrow was pretty good.
DC Heroes of Tomorrow, I'm good on that. Marvel, I will give it like this. Marvel has the Netflix series, and they got 2. They got
Punisher.
Daredevil. Oh, they got 3. They got Punisher, Daredevil, Luke Cage. Jessica Jones and Iron Fist. Jessica Jones and Iron Fist are trash, man.
Iron Fist is trash. Jessica Jones is good.
I didn't watch Jessica Jones, but I heard Iron Fist.
The first season, Jessica Jones was good. The second one was
Listen, I'm going to just be honest with you, man. Jessica Jones is trash. Jessica Jones is trash.
You sleep.
And I'm in a coma. But that being said,
The Punisher was dope.
You know what I mean? Trent was watching The Punisher. I was like, this man is crazy, man. I was like, yo, man.
That's when we talked about it on the podcast. He was like,
it was the last time you was
Yeah,
here.
it was
He said, "Do TV shows or what you watch affect you?"
That man said he was evil.
This
He
man
felt-
Trenton in there cooking. I'm like, Trenton, what's wrong with you? I just killed criminals. I'm like, yo, damn, what's wrong with your voice? Oh, yeah. I was like, I said, telling you, man. Nah.
But apparently there have been a lot of Avengers leaks.
Oh yeah.
Like,
What you mean?
Today. So apparently there's been like 5 minutes of the actual movie leaked.
I don't really care about that. It's 3 hours long.
I heard the ending got leaked.
Yeah, the,
I mean, the
actually,
ending
I
doesn't really
seen
matter.
it. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it too, but I mean, like, it didn't matter to me because I read the comic books and I have the comic books.
No, the comic you can't base everything off the comic books though.
But that's what it's based off of. I hate to be
No,
a spoiler, but
no.
the ending, I bet you I know the ending though.
There's too many variations of the ending.
I bet
though.
you I'll say this ending right now and
Say
it'd
it.
be exact. All right.
Spoiler alert.
No,
If-
not a spoiler
if he
alert.
gets
We're
it
gonna
right.
put it like this: educated guess. Based on the comic book, they go fight Thanos. Thanos loses the glove. They put the glove on. They snap. Boom. Everybody's back. Possible different ending. They're gonna convince Thanos to bring everybody back. I'm not gonna talk about what's in the clip, but I'm gonna throw this out here.
It's neither of this.
I know. I saw the clip. I'm just saying. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it on here. But this is what I'm saying. That's gonna be pretty much the main line of it. That's what the stem is gonna be from one of those two plot lines. And we're gonna record this today, April 17th. KG said it. It's verified.
What time is it? It is 8:41.
8:41 on the gun. That being said, so what was I about to say? Y'all wanted to speak about people being scared of relationships so much that they don't get in one?
No, I don't want to speak on that.
Oh, you didn't?
I haven't been in a relationship. I don't know when.
Ever?
Oh!
They blasting me?
Roasted that man.
I'm getting blasted right now.
Hey, what you ate? You eat nuts? Pause. You eat nuts?
Another confirm or deny that.
Yeah, because it looks like you just got roasted, my man. You know how's it going right there?
Neither answer would be good.
You know what I'm saying? You are what you eat right now. You got roasted, my man. She turned you to Outback. You know what I'm saying? Outback Steakhouse right there. You gonna take that?
Chase.
Get your bars off, man. Don't let it just violate you.
Trying to get your peoples, bro. Get your peoples.
Wow.
Don't let it just violate you like that.
I thought you was part of the podcast now, right? Didn't you?
Oh, so now we're not your
But
peoples.
But now we're not.
But Trent's basically the manager
Now
because
we
he has
not
the most
doing-
percentage.
No, he doesn't. Me and him have
We're
10%.
not doing percentages.
It's 45,
Don't worry,
45.
remember, we edit, so we can just cut everything out.
Yeah, that's true.
I edit too. What are you talking about? I just, it's 45, 45, 10. And with you got to split your 10 with her.
I want 15.
I don't know what to tell you, my
I'm
man.
taking 5 from you.
You can't.
I'm taking 5 from you.
The accounts is in somebody else's name, my man. It's tied to one debit card. Just remember that.
Who's that? What?
It's tied to one debit card.
Your debit card?
Yeah.
All right, I need to make some purchases.
Well, hey, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because save me some money.
I need the debit card.
You got your hand up. What's up?
I need the debit card.
You just did a wave check. I'm good.
I ain't got no wave.
I
dude.
don't know what you be putting in your hair. Man, putting Tiger Balm in his hair. Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
Screw her. So what was the main question again?
There was-
What was your point? You
what?
had a point to make or something.
I
No,
thought
the
you
original
had
point-
a point to make.
Yeah, but you said you didn't want
No,
to
I
do the
didn't.
point, and then
Okay,
Chase
I'll
said he was
take
single.
credit.
I mean, I think it's like a personal thing. So if you don't want to address it, then
What? No, but his thing was people being scared. If it was one of the topics,
It was
he
her
said he didn't
thing.
want to do it.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
her
we're
thing.
gonna go with it was my thing.
All right, over here.
Okay.
All right,
Just
listen.
so
Sorry.
that it can be talked about.
I mean, don't
what do
offend
you
me.
what do you
I'm
guys
doing
feel
sharpshooter.
about people who are
It's fine.
scared
I'm lying.
to even take the chance with somebody
Yeah,
just because they've been?
Yeah.
It's basically what the question is. Like,
Okay.
do you agree
Are you
with
guys-
that? Would you be that way?
Are you
Or
guys
what?
scared to shoot your shot?
no.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah. You are? J. Cole had it in
You said you're
photograph.
not scared?
Fell in
No.
love through
I'm too fat
photos.
now, so I don't want
So,
to do
like,
it.
honestly, are you self-conscious about your body that makes you think that you can't get a certain person?
Yes.
I understand that.
I'm being honest there.
Because I have black
I
man
don't
leg.
say it a lot.
I got black man leg syndrome, so I work legs, and I have very strong legs and calf muscles, but my legs don't grow. So I can squat 365. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it looks like I can probably only do 50 pounds. So I have a problem with wearing shorts. So, like, yeah, I feel you on that.
A lot of girls don't want a guy with a dad body.
You know, I had this conversation with a guy at work, and we really had to go through it. Do females prefer the fit body or the dad body? A lot of them said, his thing was this. He was like, listen, man. He's like, I'll come in here at work, and it's cold at work. It's probably like 30 degrees in there. He's like, I'll come in here with shorts on. And I'm like, that means nothing.
Well, where we going?
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, you come in here at 30 degrees with shorts. I'm like, he's like, well, because I got a dad body. Females love something warm. And I'm like, I'm from New York. I'm always hot. I was like, I sweat in 10-degree weather. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my body heat is always up there. So your body heat doesn't have anything to do with it. Then we started surveying females. And they pretty much, the sum of it, I was getting from it, from a standpoint psychological, is you want the dad body because you're insecure with your own body, and you think that if your body is better than his dad body, you'll choose the dad body because you know he ain't going to go for somebody else because he can't get something. Because the females that chose fit body, you know what I'm saying, they didn't look like they had that problem. Yeah.
I see.
And then some people started throwing in the extras like, oh, but what about if they got a dad body, that means they can cook. And I'm like, nah, because I can cook and I don't have a dad body.
I do see a lot of women on like Twitter and like social media be like they prefer dead body.
I've never seen that, to be honest.
I have seen that.
Almost like it's a trend.
I remember I seen fat. There was like fat nigga season. And I was like, it was like this picture of this girl lifting up this man's stomach. And I was like, wow.
Oh no.
Man, she was like using her arm to hold it up. And I was like, wow, okay. But I mean, tax season. So I mean, yeah, you know, y'all know about tax season, do y'all? Tax season is when the dude get with the girl that's a little bit like, you know, that he probably wouldn't mess with, but he only gonna mess with her because he get that refund. Tax season, messing with a 400, 500 pound girl, and tax season come in and you like, let me shoot my shot. You know you can get it. Hey, that's the thing. People do it. Hey, I've seen dudes look miserable with their girl because their girl's not probably what they wanted, but they got on some Jordans and they looking happy with that. And I'm like, tax season, man. You know what I'm saying? Tax season. If y'all would, well, y'all are single. Tax season come, right?
I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again.
Siri, chill out, yo. Chill out, Siri.
Y'all hear something? Yeah, I ain't hear nothing.
So, like, okay, would y'all don't go with the tax season rules?
Nah, I don't follow those rules. I don't follow any rules.
I mean, because you solid with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trent, let the future come and Trent be, he like, yo, damn, I don't know, I'm gonna pay rent this month. Watch him be out there tax season searching. Like,
oh, no.
big girls in the area. That's what it's gonna be.
If y'all see me like that, check on me. Make sure I'm okay. Okay.
Y'all know you'll be okay. You'll be fed. You have the clothes you want. You'll be out here with the same merch as Chase. You know what I'm saying? Just for 2 months. 2 months. But yeah, nah. So since y'all don't want to talk about that, the next thing was Jules said something about.
Jules said something about what?
Y'all topics that you wanted to speak about.
We only mentioned his topic.
Y'all mentioned 5 different topics at the table yesterday.
About? You mentioned some topics.
I mentioned some topics.
Oh my God. Chase, you see what I gotta do?
Can you
this is why we have even percents.
Can you jog my memory?
45, 45, 10. They might have to split their percent. And you can have some of their percent too. If you can.
You didn't even participate in the conversation yesterday at the
table. I'm over here doing most of the mediating.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because you didn't put any topics out there.
We just talked for 50 minutes on a lot of Kwame talk. No. What are you talking about? Most of the podcast be me talking too much. Shout out, shameless plug.
I feel like every time I come here, y'all be arguing about percentages, and I be like, I don't
it's because of you. It's because of you. You
didn't say the percentage.
You brought up the percent. See how now it's a full 100% going at you.
So you feel entitled now?
Entitled to what?
To the full percentage.
Not really.
Why does Flint not have clean water?
They just got a grant. I think it was $77 million.
Because you ain't been giving them money.
Why and don't? That's true. Why is Notre-Dame getting a whole bunch of money?
That was something.
Flint ain't got clean water.
Flint just got $77 million, if I read correctly.
But that's still less than what Notre-Dame got.
The other day,
how much did they get?
They got over 300 million.
Not the other day. It's actually been quite some time. It's been a couple.
Not that they shouldn't get anything.
But I think it was Jaden Smith who made like a water filter system thing for Flint.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing with hold on, we gotta.
He also has his own water.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Do y'all ever yes, Flint got $77 million to fund their new water projects. How much did Notre Dame get?
Like $393 million.
Huh?
$393 million.
See, this is my thing with that, right? Now, I care less about Notre Dame. I'll probably never go. Probably don't even care. Flint, however, he's a people. But I do see the value in historical stuff. I don't know what's so important about the Notre Dame. Like, I know it is, but I'm saying, like, what in there is it certain artworks that they're trying to refurbish and recreate now? Because, let me ask you a question. If you got a boat, right, and I replace one plank on the boat, right, and then I replace all the planks on the boat, is that still the same boat?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to recreate the works, are you really preserving history, or you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in a digital era, I understand, so you could have just took some pictures. You know what I'm saying? Some really good pictures, and that would have been good. So,
Yeah.
but maybe my question was, why is it so important to restore that?
You guys know.
I don't know what it is. I don't
It's
know
like-
what Notre-Dame is.
Notre-Dame, dog.
Notre-Dame. I don't.
Notre-Dame.
See, I don't-
Notre-Dame, the university, dog.
I don't.
It's spelled the same.
Okay.
I don't-
Still sound differently, though.
Why does
What-
it sound differently?
What is
Because
it?
one's in Paris and one's in U.S.
Okay,
Let's go
so
to Paris.
Notre Dame is
Go to the Eiffel Tower.
I had that argument at work the other day.
Well,
Like the way you pronounce things, but like a zebra is supposed to be
a
pronounced
Catholic
zebra,
cathedral.
is it really?
but
It's a historical
that's
Catholic
like the
cathedral.
actual English
And it has been
term
there
for it,
since
but
1163.
American
Well,
English,
ain't got shit to
so
do
it's
with me.
different. Just like
Didn't do me.
That's my thing, right?
there's
Now,
other things that we say
me,
that
I'm
aren't spelled the same or anything like that as well.
Mm.
Go ahead, sir.
yeah, so like I'm very, very big on like Black and Egypt history, right? So like this is my thing, right? So like if not everybody will agree with this, you might be on a podcast like, nah, I don't know if that's true, and might not be so with it, like nah. But okay, through history, you're taught that there is a certain point in time where there is no written language, right? I think you have certain parts in history. I think Egypt had some of the earliest written language, and I think it was ahead by a lot. Then you have places like people like Alexander, who came over to Egypt and did the library
Alexander the Great.
and did the library of Alexandria, which was supposed to be the greatest library of all time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you take it from other places to put into this library, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not replicating most of the stuff. And then things happen such as scrolls, the information stolen, burned, whatever the case may be, right? And then you have that same information put in other places, in like places like the Vatican, and this might be one of those places. My only concern ever with those places is the historical information that we don't get because it's now on a secret file. It's not public for everybody, and then it gets destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's my only ever care about, like, the whole Notre Dame thing. But I mean, Notre Dame, yeah. I said Notre Dame because I tried to say it quick. But Notre Dame, that's my only ever care. Like, if there was stuff in there that was priceless information that was being held that we can't ever get back now, that would be my only issue with that.
I don't really worry about that much.
I was
I was worried more about the actual stuff that holds very a great significance, I guess, to like the people that really.
But I mean, that's the same with the Library of Alexandria because you got. I mean, well, that was originally it would be like just great works. It could be paintings, you know what I'm saying, information, just stuff. You know what I'm saying that is historical that you might get in a museum, and then it's gone now and it's not public access, but it's destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my thing is. It's like that's kind of along the lines of what I'm getting at.
So like the artworks and like the one of a kinds and stuff.
The stuff that's gone completely now. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you gonna take this money to rebuild the stuff that was already there and lost?
I think it's more just like rebuilding the whole.
The whole cathedral.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing. Because they were having renovations already, anyways, and that's what started the fire. So.
Now, like
Maybe
the
if they
Sistine
would've
Chapel.
done
Let's
their
say
job right.
the Sistine Chapel got destroyed. That's something you'll never get back.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Mona Lisa is destroyed, or Declaration of Independence, or King Tut's death mask, or King Ramses, any of that type of stuff, Sphinxes, pyramids, those things are destroyed. That's kind of like the only ever care that I have. Like those are historical things that are monumental that we probably you can't ever get again. So if that was something like in the cathedral situation, I understand. However, with the whole Flint thing, I feel like it took a while because I mean, how long has Flint not had clean water?
So it feels like it's been like 2 years.
That's 2.
I don't know if
longer
it's
than
been that
to be honest.
legit, but
I'm
that's
saying
what
like
it feels like.
that's terrible. You know how terrible it is just to wake up in the middle of the night and be thirsty. Imagine having to wake up and not have shower water, not have water to drink. That is terrible.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it either.
I feel like everybody talks
Because I
about it
don't
in
even know-
backhanded comments.
Because I didn't even know it until like I seen it one day on Twitter. I'm like, dog, they still ain't got clean water.
Yeah, no, I thought it got fixed.
No, I didn't think it. I knew
Like
it
a long
didn't
time
get
ago.
fixed, but I thought at least some progress was being made.
And
Are you sure it's only been? It might have been 3 years.
It might have been, but the crazy thing is, like, the people, like, what was it, the mayor or something like that?
The
Like-
mayor
like
who
they-
did it,
Yeah, like they knew it. They knew about it and just let it happen. They just let it happen.
they wanted to save money.
Ooh.
What
Flint has been without water 1,400. Wow, that'd be nice if you just tell me. The Flint water crisis began April 25th, 2014.
So it's been
5 years.
5 years. I was say I know it happened when I was in high school.
5 years of
I
no
thought it was
clean
my
water.
senior year. Because
Now,
they
that's
started
ridiculous.
doing like the little fundraisers and stuff like that, bringing in water bottles and things like that. But
What is the process of fixing it?
Purifying the water that's there. But the thing is, like I learned in geography, you have like water that goes through a normal process of irrigation, right?
Mhm.
You ever like step in a puddle and that puddle looks like it has like some type of grease in it? Well, like those certain puddles have groundwater, which is clean, reusable water. But once that water gets contaminated, that water is gone forever. So now the process is finding clean water that you can use, purify, and redistribute.
So they don't have that anywhere there.
I don't know. But I do know a lot of it is contaminated. So once you lose that clean groundwater or whatever water that you have purified, it is gone forever. Like even when you pee, that water is able to be cleaned, but sometimes it's just too far gone. Like I'm sure the earth is covered in water. So there should never be a situation where you're like, yo, I ain't got no water. But the amount of time that it takes to purify this water versus the amount of time that you have is where the issue comes in.
This is like, how much money do they need?
I mean, honestly,
Is it-
I think you need a lot because you have to tighten up the budgets on everything else, right? And then you have to find ways to redistribute this water to all of the homes, if not any, because you know your pipes had like lead water coming through there. You got to clean your pipes now. You know what I'm saying? You got to flush the systems out. You got to clean the water. You got to make treatment plants or whatever the case may be, so that these places where they tried to save money, they got to now spend that money to rebuild and add more so this doesn't happen again. Now, I don't know. The whole thing originally was to save money. And you go 5 years without clean water, people donating tens of thousands, maybe millions of dollars just so that you have bottles of water. Teach a man to fish versus bringing him fish. Think about it like that.
so
Am I a genius or what? Like, what's up with me? Am I a genius? I might be.
Don't tell me what I got.
You might be. Why aren't you doing nothing about this Flint situation?
Because I ain't going to say in front. I just don't have the information that I would need to. Chalk it up like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know enough about the situation to care about it.
I don't know.
Dang, it's your people, man. It's your people.
I don't live in Flint.
I don't-
Sorry.
Yeah, this guy's heartless. Yo.
I feel bad about it, but it's just like
it's the compassion that you gotta have for the human, for the world. It's like if you saw a person on the street, saw a baby on the street, a 1-year-old baby, right, looking for their mom. You gonna drive past?
I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah, so you gotta just show a form of compassion.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm call, hey, there's a baby out here.
I mean, that's still a form of compassion, though. I ain't gonna front. No, like the other night, like a while back, I was driving through and some people was like at Dairy Queen, and it was like, yo, sir, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? Did you give us a ride home? It was like him, 2 other kids, look like a grandma, and 2 scary looking dudes in a hoodie, and I was like, nah, man, my PO just said I gotta hurry up and get home. Hold off. I was like, sorry, man.
I mean, that's not really your fault.
Nah, that's not my fault.
Cause like
It's
I feel
dark
like
outside, and you out here looking like you trying to get in my small Ford Focus. Nah, I'm good.
they can't really blame me for not doing it.
And I'm like,
Based off of like the situation the world's in right now. Like I would not. You can't really trust everybody. I'm sorry.
I don't trust anybody.
You could trust people like back in the day, but you can't trust anybody.
I don't trust people back in the day either.
You know.
I'm a black man in America. There was never a point where I was trusted here, or I could trust somebody here.
Oh, okay. Not even black people.
No.
Black people don't
Of
trust
course
black
not.
people. That's messed
No,
up.
because black people don't learn. Like we said on the last episode, niggas just don't care. That's why they killed Nipsey. If black people was good to black people, Nipsey would still be alive.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. I'm not black enough. I guess.
I mean, that does have a thing.
My dad didn't teach me anything.
I mean, I realize a lot of black people don't look at it like that. But yeah,
Why do people not vaccinate their kids, man? Why are
because of
people-
that whole autism thing, man. But at the same time, I don't know the research.
Has it been proven to be linked to that?
I don't know.
We're all.
But I do know. I have seen some kids like suffer. I have seen cases in the kids that were vaccinated and then they developed these problems. But I don't know if that's that
I've been
or if
vaccinated
it's from
and I'm
other
fine.
things. I mean, we can debate that. But like that being said, like
Dang,
you don't
that was
know,
so
like you don't know if these things, if it is those vaccinations or if it's from the other habits in life.
As far as I know, there's no links to vaccinations and autism. So I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I mean, I don't like.
you got measles outbreaks, with chickenpox outbreaks.
I've never had the chicken pox, and that's all because I've been vaccinated for it.
I don't know if
However-
I'm vaccinated for that or not, but I just know I don't
Smallpox
have
is a tricky situation, right? Because if smallpox is a controlled disease that is only in a laboratory, which I don't know. It's in a laboratory. I remember the last issue with smallpox, I think it had been somebody was working with it, and the specimen had escaped and went through the vents and got somebody, and somebody died. This is the last, I think, reported death of smallpox, right? That being said, why am I getting vaccinated for something that's under control and only in one vial? Like, if there's another smallpox outbreak, right? Then that's a different story. I'm gonna get it regardless. But why am I getting a shot for something that is in control? Like, if there was no
because it can get out of control.
But you're gonna get it regardless. Like, if somebody has smallpox, if I had smallpox in this room, just because you're vaccinated, I'm sure you'll still get it.
And what's the point of a vaccination?
That's what my question is. Like a flu shot. You're gonna get the flu regardless if you had a flu shot. You can.
No.
You can. I've seen people
It's not
get
that you can't. It's not that you can't. Okay, with the flu,
Give me a common cold shot. How about
the
that?
thing is that when you get a flu shot, they have to know which flu is going to be in season. They have to give you the right strain when you go get a flu shot, because if they don't,
they give you what, the swine or the bird?
The Theraflu.
if they don't, then
Yeah, just
if
gonna
they
ignore my
don't,
joke.
then
Yeah, take ignore my
like I
joke.
think it was last year
Huh?
where they gave out the
I asked her
wrong,
if she got the swine or the bird flu.
the wrong strain or whatever, and so everybody still got sick because
Spanish flu?
they didn't know what
Spanish flu is
it was
dangerous.
going to be.
I
But
think Spanish flu was wiped out.
at the same time, it's not about whether or not you're going to get it. It's about your body being immune to it. Like, it's going to be able to fight it off.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I get up.
I mean, the whole point.
Somebody come in here with smallpox right now. You gonna sit here and chill? If they cough in here, you gonna sit here and chill because you got a shot.
Yeah.
You do that. You do that. Somebody come in here with smallpox. Somebody Chase knows up. I'm holding my breath. I'm going to a fire extinguisher. I'm shooting myself down. You know what I'm saying? I'm hiding. I'm acting dead already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Somebody, you know how many people I know have gotten flu shots and still have gotten the flu? And this is the thing.
Well, they going to the wrong spot.
Viruses mutate, though. Viruses mutate. So, why do you think you keep getting a cold? You should never get a cold more than once if the virus doesn't mutate.
Maybe it's just because I'm just a germaphobic.
At the same time, vaccinations
there's three people I would trust.
So
it's three people I trust to shake their hand and not feel any type of way. Alan, because all that grease on his hand will kill the germs. No, I'm just joking.
I knew.
Like, that's all of his hair.
You said Alan, then I was like, what the fuck? He's talking about Alan weird a second ago.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
with the two others.
It's how I flipped it around.
Yeah, I see how you do it.
People with braids and people with dreads. I trust those three people
to shake their
hands to be shaken.
Because of the grease?
Because if you have dreads, that's a sponge.
I need the science
behind
behind this. Please explain the science.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's like a little sarcastic science. You know,
I ain't never seen a clean person with dreads that is clean.
What you talking about? You can use those dreads and wash dishes.
Bro,
nice little Brillo pad. But that being said,
listen, get your vaccinations or you're gonna get Ebola.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody had Ebola, if somebody had Ebola in here right now, and you got a vaccination for that, you still might get Ebola. Because you know what happens when you get Ebola?
Ebola what?
You die.
No, their body shoots out the virus to you. Like, it'll shoot out at you. Like, come on, man. I'm gonna say and be covered in somebody else. Like, yo, man, I got vaccinated. I'm straight. I might kill myself right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like he throws up on you. Like, I'm good, bro. You good?
Well, then
like
when you go on mission trips and stuff like that, and you get vaccinated, what's the point of getting vaccinated?
Wait.
Like,
you said on fishing trips?
Mission.
Because you're going to foreign areas. When I
get that, but that's because there's like Ebola outbreaks and stuff. There were Ebola outbreaks and stuff out there, and
this is my thing. It's my thing. You get vaccinated to strengthen your immune system, but you still might get it. So if you was at 0, it puts you maybe 25, 50. That's my thing, right? Versus that, I mean, that's good compared to 0, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a car window tint.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? It's just stopping an X amount of light. If you got Allen's tint type vaccinations, Hey, tell me where you get that from. You know what I'm saying? You might survive AIDS with that. You know.
So you're saying it's like a.
So why don't they give you AIDS shots then? Why don't they give you AIDS vaccinations?
They don't have a vaccination.
Nah, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing this out there to be funny because I don't want to sound ignorant at this point. After I just spewed out so much genius. This is my thing. Like, this is my thing. Nah, listen. Listen. I don't care. I don't care. If I feel like you got a little symptoms that look AIDS-like, that's it. That's it. You cut off.
I mean, nobody wants.
If I see you the next day with a lesion on your body, yo, hey, it was nice knowing you, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, real talk. Like, if you go to another country, right, and you get bit by a mosquito that has the West Nile virus, you're still gonna get West Nile virus more than likely.
Not if you have the vaccination.
That's not true. Because, I mean, like, okay, when I first moved here, I was sick for like 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, yeah, it's probably because you're in a new environment. I'm like, well, what new environment did I not get vaccinated for? I've been vaccinated for everything that you guys get vaccinated here. What am I new to? I'm like mad cow disease or something like that? Horses in the back disease? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's just like when...
It's a different environment.
I mean, regardless of the situation, what is so different?
What do you mean? You're from New York. You know how much, like...
I inhale pollution in New York like it's nothing. I should be able to...
Okay, but I'm going, like the opposite way. So, like, when
fresh
I go
air
to
disease?
New York... Yeah. You're not used to that. Your body's not used to that.
My body's
so.
like, it's killing me. I'm like, get
that plant away from me.
Yeah.
Get this grass away from
me. Somebody let me breathe in their car exhaust, please.
I'm over here. That's what happened. That's what happened.
I got the
exactly what happened.
mutated rats and shit.
Yeah, chill out. Those rats is probably the strongest things in the world. All right, would you rather NY City rats, right, or full-grown cockroaches?
Full-grown cockroaches. A cockroach ain't gonna bite me.
Yeah.
What? Are you out of your mind?
I'm gonna have to go with the cockroach. Honestly.
What?
Them rats.
Crazy. Rats are disgusting.
No,
cockroaches bite you.
Huh?
Cockroaches can bite you.
Okay, but like I feel like I'm less likely to get a disease from a cockroach than I am the rat. I tell you that much.
Vaccinations.
Those rats. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Those rats probably get the same disease as you, cause they full-grown men. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a full-grown man. Like,
they're so
come
gross.
on, son.
That's all I trusted. That's all I trusted.
Listen.
They go up to my knees.
This is the difference. I mean, but you're not very tall.
That's what.
Jewel might actually have to fight over a rat. Jewel be over here. But nah, like,
so sick.
this is what I'm saying. Roaches are worse. Like, I remember this one TV show, Tales from the Crypt. Dude was he's like a germaphobe. So he stayed in his like penthouse and it was very clean, right? So, okay, he saw a roach, he sprayed it down, then he killed it and threw it down his garbage disposal, which was like an incinerator too. Yeah. Cool, right?
Yeah, it still can't make
power went out. So he's like, okay, the power's out. And the dude's like comes to the window and he's like, I hope you're all right in there. He's like, no, I'm good. Okay. He eats some Raisin Bran. Roach in a Raisin Bran.
Are you crazy?
He goes to eat some chili. Roaches in the chili. Then those roaches start coming up out of the drain. All right, so he runs into his safe room, which is also his bedroom. He looks at his bed moving. Bunch of roaches up under there. So then everything fades to black. Then you come back and this man's laying on the bed, right? And you're like, okay, what's going on? And then you see his body start moving. All those roaches, millions of roaches, went in this man's mouth and they just like started crawling out of his body after that. Now, does that sound like you guys want that more than the rats?
Yes, you didn't say
multiple
ones. You just
most
said what I'd
fictional
rather.
thing.
No,
You
you said, would you rather a full-grown cockroach?
I didn't say.
I don't know
I
why
said
my
roaches.
hands
I
are
said
this big
roaches.
because they're not
I said
really
roaches.
that big.
Roaches. Listen.
I don't know why I automatically imagined like a giant
Twilight
roach
Zone.
when he said
It's
that.
like in that kind of
It's fictional.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are real
Full-grown
stories. No, but I
roach,
did see this. I
I'm
did see
thinking
this.
it's the same size.
I was watching.
That's the way,
something
like,
on the
in my
news,
head,
right?
I don't know why.
I was watching this thing on YouTube. Dude, like an exterminator, said he went into this dude's house and he said like the dude had called him for extermination and he said he walked in and the smell was so bad and he was like, okay. So he said he started looking at the walls and he's seeing the walls and he put the light on it and his roaches was like all over the walls. Then he said he goes to this man's mattress and his mattress was brown, covered in roaches. And I'm thinking in my head like,
That's sick.
what kind of human are you?
Okay,
You need to be in Flint.
What are we talking here? Are we talking like NYC rat versus one?
No, I'm talking about
cockroach or an
multitude.
army?
I'm talking about multitude.
Okay, if it's an army,
you
you
get
get a
the same
second a
amount.
rat.
Just one rat?
No, you get the same amount.
Oh no, I'm taking
You
the
might. All
cockroaches.
right, put it like this. You get
I'm taking the
you
cockroaches.
get 1,000 roaches
I'm gonna train them.
versus
We're gonna
100
be
rats.
buddies. I'm gonna have a little army.
Attacking me
We're gonna
though,
live
like what?
forever.
in your environment. So they might be in your house.
But rats.
Okay,
can,
1,000 roaches and 100 rats.
Yeah, let's put it like that.
So
I think it's
1,000
an even
rats?
ratio.
That's not even whatsoever.
Let's give it
1,000. I'm going with 1,000 roaches.
50 NYC rats.
And then 1,000 roaches. I'll take
1,000 full-grown roaches.
Yes.
Y'all
That's-
are
that's-
Okay,
sick.
can
I
you
feel
show
like
me
that's
how
more
big a
even.
full
How about
grown
y'all just
roach is?
How about y'all just say commit suicide? Because that's what I'm doing. It's no
Because it's either or. It's not a
No,
third
there's no-
option.
I'm going with the
nah.
roaches.
It's either or.
Y'all
It's
are
not-
sick.
it's
So
not a
you
third
see
option.
a banging girl come through, and she at the store and she's buying roach spray. Would you still shoot your shot?
Yeah.
You
I mean, that don't mean nothing.
Oh yeah, you got right.
Yeah.
You bug it
I
out.
don't
Trick
mean-
going about the spinach. Trick going about the spinach.
Why not, though? That's my question. Why not?
All right, let's say it's
That
not.
means she
Let's say she's been doing this
Exactly.
repetitively.
She handling business.
No, she's not handling business because you need to move. Because you can't get rid of roaches with spray. You gotta leave. You gotta burn your clothes.
We can
You have to
we can
wash.
spray them together, baby. We can spray them together.
I'll attempt.
You know what's gonna happen? Trent gonna open up that can of spinach and he gonna shoot it up and gonna be straight roaches coming out of it. And those roaches gonna beat you down, man.
Now you gotta walk up to her and be like, you need somewhere to stay?
Hold up. I got you right here. Because I seen this joint right here. Chase, this is exactly what's gonna happen to you. Hold up. This is exactly what you're gonna do with them roaches, man.
I don't believe you.
That was so sick.
That's gonna be you with them roaches, man.
That is so
People do
gross.
anything for clout.
Look.
People do anything for clout.
I seen Tyler Creator to do it multiple years ago. So.
That wasn't even a real roach. I'm a walking paradox. He threw up after it. You saw that? He threw up. He was like, I don't know why I just did this. It was a fake roach and he threw up. Like, yo. Listen, man.
My sister ate a roach
Billie Eilish put a tarantula in
sixth
her
grade.
mouth.
because there was like.
I mean, I feel safe with that. 'Cause it's a spider. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And she ate it. I think she was sick.
let me ask you
for,
this
like,
question:
couple
if you
weeks
saw a
after
spider
that.
near your food, would you look at it the same way as if you saw a roach near your food?
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm not eating it.
You know, I mean, I'm not gonna eat it regardless, but I'm saying like a lot. Like I've seen
You
people,
said near,
yeah, like near, but like,
so it's not.
all right,
on
let's
it?
say
I'm
your
eating it.
your plate is where that water bottle is. The spider is like right here. Would you eat your food?
Yeah. I'm eating it.
It's not on the plate.
Okay.
No.
So question.
Oh no.
Do you
But I'm
guys?
saying, but if it was a roach, you probably wouldn't eat it.
No, I'm still not.
If it's
eating
over here and it's not on my plate.
Yeah, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it.
Well, it depends. Is it facing this way or is it facing
It
that
was
way?
facing that way.
Oh, I'm not eating it.
They're
I'm not
both
eating it.
facing that way.
it. Wait, if
No,
it's
I'm not eating it.
no, if it's facing that way, then that means that it didn't make it to the plate yet.
No, he probably come back for seconds. I'm
No.
good. Yeah.
No. I
Okay, were
still
you
eat
with
it.
the
I'm
plate
not
the whole
eating
time?
regardless. I'm not eating anything if is any kind of insect next to it.
Okay,
Keep it in a stack
question.
bundle with you.
If a fly lands on your food, are you gonna eat it?
No.
No.
Y'all crazy as hell.
What?
Y'all
Yo,
crazy
okay.
as hell.
Okay.
If you outside, no, you crazy. I
I don't know
hate
where
it.
flies been.
Okay, and
I can't trust
You know what flies do?
Yeah.
What?
when they throw up on your food,
They throw up on their limbs.
yeah, and then
They land in dog-ish.
they hit you with that.
It's a
they-
bird, man.
Yeah, they about to dine in. They like, that's what it is. They dining in. They said, let's get it going. Yeah.
They ready.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
So
oh,
I'm about to tear this man's food up.
Jewel is
Hold on.
nasty, son. Jewel
you
is
crazy as hell.
nasty.
You ever? No.
You have a better chance eating your food if a roach is on it
I've been
than you do
vaccinated.
if a
I'm
fly.
cool.
No, but
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
Back-
all
back to
right.
the
See,
spot-
see,
back
what-
to-
see why, that's why people don't want to do it to their kids.
back
That's why I
to
told you debatable.
back to the spider cockroach thing. The reason I would eat it is because it's not in there anymore. So why would it?
What?
Why
Yo,
would-
y'all are
Okay.
sick.
No, 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 no,
Y'all
no,
are
They're gonna
sick.
Sorry, I misworded
You're
it. I misworded
sick.
it. No, sorry, I misworded that.
What?
Sorry, I misworded that completely.
Why is it so loud?
Listen, okay, look. I would still eat it because if it did go in there, it would still be in there.
No.
That's what he said.
That's not true.
Yes.
It probably was like, yo, this is hot. Let me step right back out.
Why would it get out?
It's hot. That's why. You put pizza rolls in your mouth sometimes, pause, and you spit it back
No,
out if
you
it's too
Oh, it
hot.
depends on what kind
No,
of
you
food.
don't.
I was
You just-
picturing.
You gonna sit here and tell me that if you put two
Okay.
pizza rolls in
I
your
was
mouth,
picturing cereal.
No, then
and
you
that
gotta-
pizza,
you
and
gotta
time
toss it
out, and you bite in the pizza roll and it squirt on your tongue, pause. Once again, pause. That you're not gonna spit out that pizza roll?
I didn't know you meant
You gotta-
hot food.
You gotta.
I'm sorry.
If it's cold food, I'm good. I'm not eating it. If there was a roach in this room and my food was in this room, I'm not eating it.
Would you drink out of a closed water bottle?
No.
'Cause
Wait,
it's closed.
How it depends on
Huh?
close. It depends. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what'd you say?
Like if you had water or something in here or a drink in here. and
Yes,
roaches
yes,
in here,
yes,
you drink
yes,
it. What
yes.
if it was in a cup?
No,
Why?
because he probably sipped it. Said, "Look, let me go on this little jog real quick, and I'll be back." No, I'm
Why?
good.
Why would they do that?
Because why do you drink water?
He
and
would
then
hang
come back to
around it to eat it. They
No,
eat
he
it.
won't. No, he won't. How you know what he thinking?
How do you know what he thinking?
And that's why I'm not taking a risk. I don't know what he's thinking.
I
I don't know what it's thinking.
I'm not doing this no more.
Listen. I don't know what it's thinking. You don't either. And I'm not going to take that risk.
You ain't gonna trust it.
I'm not going to take that risk.
I'm taking that risk. I'm hungry.
Y'all are nasty.
No, that doesn't make sense to me though. Like,
How does it not make sense?
I literally watch people throw away like half a burger because of a fly.
Yes.
Yep. I'm asking for another one. I'm asking for another one. Hey, dog, there's a fly over here.
What are you talking about?
Eat inside.
So wait, time out. You don't go back to Wingstop because there was one hair in your food.
No,
what
it was not one hair.
Right
it was not one hair. First off, hair is disgusting.
And a fly is what?
Fly is not that bad.
A fly is nice. I love flies.
Yeah, yo, she wants some nonsense.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
That's what it sounds like.
So what are you telling me right now?
No.
So what are you telling me right now?
First off, I've been into a Wingstop wing and it had hair baked into the wing, okay? That's sick as fuck.
And if it had a fly baked into it.
And so I ate it and I was like, that's gross. Yeah, I wouldn't eat that. That's different.
So
No,
I'm
not eating a fly. I'm not saying I'm eating a fly, but if it just, it's just like, I'm a little bit hungry and it's like,
okay, so a fly lands on your food after it just landed in some dog-ish and it came back and landed.
Oh,
You died.
I don't know what it was
sick.
in. I don't care. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat my food.
You sick. I'll starve. I'll go to bed hungry.
So one foul human being.
Exactly. Like, you live in some kind of foul.
Would you guys say you're like eating a wing and there's like a hair on it? Would you guys still eat it?
I'm throwing up.
No, I'm throwing that away.
No,
I'm painting bad.
I'm regurgitating it. I'm
eyelash on my
regurgitating
plate.
everything
You had
that
one
was
too?
there.
It's like a really tiny hair.
This is a fact.
But I had already ate my food, so I was like,
Trenton know for a fact I will regurgitate that whole meal.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
That is a fact.
It was
I'm done with it.
I'm not. I'll do hair. I mean, if it's hair,
You are sick.
Oh.
Oh
No.
my God.
But
I
no, I
wouldn't
feel
like
like-
Harry.
No,
You don't know your
I kid
people
you
until you do a
not.
podcast
It
with
was-
them. Oh my
it was
God.
literally like a long piece of hair, like just like balled up in my stuff, and like I
Oh,
literally
Yo, Stop talking about this right now.
and I was so
Stop talking
sick.
about this right now.
Oh,
For throw
no.
up your ass
It was
sick.
straight
That
up
is
me.
sick.
Listen,
A buck.
no, it was baked into my wing. That was the nastiest stuff. And I was like, all right, cool, maybe it's mine. Maybe I accidentally ate a piece of my hair. Cool, my hair is wild sometimes. So then I bit into my second wing, and I was like, oh no. I said I can't. I called up there. I said, look, buds, I don't want anything.
I will
just
burn
want
down
you
the
guys
whole
to
restaurant.
know
I will
that
put
there
that. I
was
will
hair in
burn
my
the restaurant
food. They said,
down.
what color was it?
You asked me what color it is. I'm bringing it back up there, and I'm
I mean, I
showing
guess
you.
they're trying to figure out who needs to get themselves together.
That's
but
my word
still.
on Queens. I'll be out of my mind before I eat food with a bug next to it, before I eat food with a hair in it. If a fly lands on it, I'm good. I'm good. Goody mob. That's my word on everything I love in Queens. Y'all are sick.
What about like a butterfly?
If it was a butterfly, I might say, look, you can have it.
What,
I'll be nice. If it was a butterfly, the butterfly can have the meal.
Get
If
on
it was
my
a fly,
nerves.
the whole thing on the trash. You don't deserve this.
Get
gotta
on
put
my
it-
nerves.
what about a bee? Yeah.
A
What about a bee?
Oh my gosh,
No.
a bee flew in my car today. I think it was already
Would you
dead.
try to eat it?
No.
Okay,
It
so
landed
you
on
were
my-
a car and just automatically died? Like what?
No, I don't know. I think because it came through the passenger window and then landed right here.
Scurvy over here.
Also, I don't know if I got shocked or what, but my hand was out the window and like my whole hand just, I don't know if something hit my hand or what, but it hurt.
Yo, check
And-
this out. I'll be driving and I have the windows down at night and I'll hear something hit the windshield and fly in my car and I'm pulling over. I'm not taking no risk.
No, the
Hey,
bee
one
landed
time-
on me and it was like stuck to my shirt and I was like, I didn't know if it was alive or not, but I was like, all right, I don't want to be stung while I'm driving. So I was like, I just threw it out the window.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If I'm on campus and I get stung by a wasp, I'm gonna act like nothing happened.
No, wasp stings
Oh, wow.
hurt. Bee
I've been
stings
stung by a
aren't.
wasp. I'm
bee
acting like
stings-
nothing happened.
Bee
Because I refuse
stings
to look
aren't
like a fool.
bad. But a wasp, I literally
Yeah,
have 2
really.
marks right
Nigga
here
be on-
because
like,
it got stuck
it's
to my
Cinderella.
shirt.
I got a story for this shit. I was over at Alan's house and his mom got that old Mustang in the driveway, and we were playing hide and seek, and I hid on the side of the Mustang that was like there was the wall and there was the Mustang. I hid over there, and there's a mosquito. There's a wasp over there on the car, and it stung me. And bruh, I was like, okay, I can't cry. I can't cry because I'm gonna lose my hiding spot. And it's like I don't want. We're at a cookout. I can't let nobody see me cry. So bruh, I had that little tear come down. Bro. I came out of there hard, bro.
I remember.
I was hurt.
I remember. All right, like when I was younger, I was with my father and his girlfriend and and her daughter, and she was playing on a park bench, and like I saw inside there was like a hole and there was a beehive in there. So I ran over there to take her off the hive. I got stung up. I got stung like at least 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
I was tore up. I was crying and everything. It was like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yo, y'all are wilding on me. Like I'm trying to save the day.
Yeah, bro. Like my grandmother had like a He has a huge yard, and she had a hole. I guess it was like a hornet's nest in the hole, and like we were trying to take care of it, but like I guess my dad stepped on it by an accident. Bro, you just see them things come out like a tornado, bro. Like they just like swarmed that man.
They was on the milli like they said, oh, it's like yo, we on up.
I just see my dad run. I'm like, my dad out of it. I never seen my dad run before.
I'm gonna run and tag. I'm gonna tag you in. You got it. I've been stung by a wasp. But I've been stung by a wasp. I've been stung by a bee. I've been bitten by a spider. I remember when I got bit by a spider when I was younger, and I didn't realize how severe it was, and I really thought it was gonna be Spider-Man. I thought people when I got older, and I was like, people really actually do this. I was like, so I don't feel alone anymore.
Call me over there on the wall.
Son, you don't even understand. When I got bit by a spider, it wasn't even right there though. It was like somewhere up here, and I was like, okay.
Got bit on the neck.
In the neck. That's shoot webs on my neck. It was on this. No, it was on this.
Oh, no, I thought. Okay, I didn't know you said. I thought you said the bite was on your arm.
Yeah, the bite was on my arm, like up here.
The bite's got to be on your neck.
I'm good. But that being said, you know you do it, and then let me know how.
That's what they did in Spider-Man. Like that's where he got bit.
Which one, in the movie or the comic? I think so.
In the movie.
So look, I gotta take the risk and say which one do I gotta do? In the neck or the. But this is what I'm saying. Look, if I get bit by a wasp or stung by a wasp on campus, because I don't want to look crazy, I'm gonna act like nothing happened. I'm gonna walk through with tears in my eyes, and I'm gonna blame it on something else. Yeah, man. It's just a sad day, man.
I think at our age it wouldn't be a pain to where you have to cry about it.
You already on mine?
I don't even feel wasp stings.
When was the last time y'all stung by wasp?
I feel like it'll be like a
shit. Crazy.
When was the last time y'all got stung by? Like,
I got
did
stung
you
by
get
one
stung
last
recently?
summer.
That dad held a tear back.
It's been a little while. But
See, I ain't taking no risk then.
No, last summer I got stung, but that's because there's like in the shed.
Get bit by a bullet ant.
But it was in the door of the shed, so every time you open the doors, like it would bother
a bullet
them.
ant?
And so like they would just all come out, and I was like,
how deadly that bite is?
so I would wear like long sleeves and stuff. So I went out there, I
those
opened
are
the
like
door,
in the rainforest,
and it got stuck in my jacket, and then like 3 of them was
See a bullet
surrounding
ant in
me,
your house,
and
you
the
like-
one that was stuck here, like since it got stuck, it stung me here, then it
Nigga
stung me
took a
again. I had
jet,
like
get over
2. It looked like I got bit by a
Nigga
vampire on my
spirit.
shoulder.
Sting you through the shirt.
Through my
That nigga's
shirt,
a
and it got
spirit.
stuck. So then it was stuck, and it was trying to get out. Then it stung me again, and then I had those 2, and then I had one more on the other side.
They say,
And I think
that's
I don't
why
know
it's
if the thing was
they
stuck
said
in
the
it, and
pain's
that's why it
worse
hurt
than
so
getting
bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like the pain.
I sent you some links to this dude who got
Like
bit
it
by
wasn't like a cry thing. I didn't cry or anything, but it does. It hurts worse than because I got stung by a bee. I stepped on a bee before.
I stepped on a bee
really
too.
Stung myself.
What happened? I had spilled that alphabet on the floor.
That'd be nasty, bro. When the bee stings you. You ever see like
I had a stinger stuck in me when I got stung.
Yeah, when the bee stings you, it'd be trying to fly away. That's so nasty, bro. Because it's like intestines are coming out.
No, I didn't see that.
In you.
I ain't my friend.
It's so nasty.
When I got stung by those bees, I was like 7, and I was acting like a girl. I was like, oh no! They was stinging my ass up. They said, yeah, you want to be a sissy, huh? I was like, yo, I just saved this little girl. Have some compassion. They was tearing me up. I'm crying. My dad's like, yo, man, just put it under the water, man. He's like, you was brave out there. I don't care how brave I was. I'm stung up. They bit me. They didn't care how brave I was, and you shouldn't either. Give me some help.
That's what they die, Jules, because like the stinger gets stuck and then their intestines are attached.
I mean, not all the time, but it happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it doesn't get stuck every time.
Yeah, because I only have one stinger stuck in me. And
the video I was seeing, like the bee was trying to like fly away with its intestines like still like attached to the guy's arm.
You ever see a Japanese hornet?
No.
Those joints are like bigger than my palm. You get stung by one of those and see if you can keep your cool.
I mean, I probably wouldn't.
I probably
wouldn't trust it upon seeing it.
This is what I'm saying. When people be like, I didn't know it was near me. Listen, something that big, the size of my hand, I'll notice the squiggly thing in my eye. You think I'm gonna sit here and ignore a full bee that's the size of my hand?
Nah, I've been seeing snakes is getting warm, and out in the country, man, I hate snakes with a passion.
I used to be scared of them until I got older and matured, and my body developed a little bit more. Then I was like, okay, this is a normal thing.
It's not even about. It's not even
to them.
No, it's not even.
Growing up.
No, I just showed them mine.
I mean, that's basically what you said about the wasp thing. So.
I didn't say I did. I felt it when I was younger either. I didn't feel it then either.
Trenton, you?
What I do is this.
To wasp shit.
What I do is I just say, hey, look, I got one too.
Anyways,
snake.
No.
Continue, Joe.
Hey, that's Trent over here. Trent
I'm
like,
not
make you
scared
immune?
of snakes. I just don't
I can talk
like
to him.
them.
Snakes on a plane.
Like they just make me uncomfortable.
I've encountered 2 snakes in my life.
Snakes?
Yeah, like I hate.
I know, like I'm talking about like
It's
a
right to
real.
say
No,
somebody
I remember
else.
I went to the zoo and there was just a random snake that was out, and I was like, okay, this is crazy.
They let it loose or something?
I don't know where it came from, but this little boy pointed it out, and I was like, okay, this is a problem. Some little rednecks came over there, they stomped it out. They stomped it
I
out.
had the boots on. didn't
Yes,
I?
they did. And she had on some short shorts, so I knew she was a redneck. I was like, there's no way you wearing these hot ass boots and these short shorts. She stomped that snake out. Then, second time, one of my cousins, they had a pet snake. It was a rattlesnake. And I don't know why they had it. Maybe it wasn't a pet. I think it was just they had the snake. And I think they were milking it. So I don't know what the case was, but they had one.
Huh?
Yeah.
You milk a snake?
Hmm?
See, I don't see. That's some information I didn't need to know.
Have you ever gotten milk before?
Me? Have I ever gotten milked?
Yeah, but like a cow.
No,
I'm
have
about
you
to say,
ever milked a cow?
No, have you ever gotten milked like a cow?
What are you talking about?
I
hand
thought
job?
that's what he asked.
Yeah, I'm like,
But
wait.
then, like,
Yeah.
you kind of corrected him, and
I
was like,
thought he was saying, because then he said buy a cow, and I was like, okay, well maybe he means like.
"Can you elaborate?"
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Hand job or something?
That's
What
the
are
first
you
thing
talking
my
about?
head went to.
Whoa, we got a PG-13 audience right now.
And I mean, hey.
You
I
need
said-
your
I said-
hand to do a lot of jobs.
I've said so many cuss words since I got here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't said that many. It's probably like 5 in total. Be honest.
No,
I said
probably
F.
all 5. I've said at least 5 by myself. So.
I've said, yeah.
So y'all haven't been milked before, though?
About the nipples? What are you talking about? I ain't never been milked. No. I milk myself.
You do the belly button trick?
I don't know what that is.
Not that again.
This man chased me so sincere with his reactions though. Like it's fucking hilarious.
You never do the belly button trick?
I don't know what that is.
Don't
In case
worry,
you don't got a ruler?
Don't worry about it.
Huh?
In case you ain't got a ruler?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to continue because I don't know what it is.
Nah, you just, you know what I'm saying? You trying to, like, oh, let me measure. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, let's just see how close it is to my belly button.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I've never done that.
Oh, well. Yeah, mine's at my belly button, so I'm like, okay.
Body,
Why would you ever do that?
I
You ain't got a ruler.
That's what we were saying the
swear.
last time.
Oh my god.
Hey, you ain't got a ruler. Why would you measure? This is the same question that you asking me. When I started buying bigger phones, I was like, let me just go ahead and put up to the screen.
Just wait till you get a ruler. Why you gotta do it at the moment?
Why do I have a ruler if I'm not in school, honestly? I haven't had a ruler since, I don't know, since they started asking for school supplies.
Get measuring tape.
I'm going to go to the store and buy measuring tape
All you
just to
have
do
to do
this.
is
when
use
I
the
gotta do-
app on your phone.
Yeah.
This is before that app came out.
What's your
It's out now.
What's your screen size? Get you.
I got
what's your-
Galaxy. No,
what
you know
size your screen?
that. I got a Galaxy. You know that. You gonna leave me hanging like that?
I thought about it.
Galaxy Mega, Galaxy Note. I was like, okay,
That
let's
Galaxy
do some.
Mega was trash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was. It was like a Galaxy S4 though. I mean, they came out
Alright,
with
who
two.
wants to go first?
How about that?
Alright, your finger is. Don't move it. Don't move it.
Did AJ keep the Galaxy Fold?
I don't know.
I was gonna
I've
get
seen
it.
where like all the screens have been messing up.
Yeah, because the screen protector thing, they've been taking it off. And
The
stuff.
reason why I did, the reason why I was gonna get the Fold, but I think it was like $200 to upgrade it to it because I'm on Galaxy for everything.
Mhm.
So I had to wait anyway my turn. But the reason why I didn't get it, because even though the phone is good, I don't like the smaller screens on the outside. I don't like that. It reminds me of my Note. I mean, not my Note 8, my S8, but a little bit smaller. So that's why I turned it down.
That's a turn off for everybody. Because
With
the
that
front
small
screen, it doesn't like
Your
it doesn't
chin
fully
to
take
your
up the whole
forehead.
front of it either. So it's
Mhm.
just like that little
It's
piece in the
7
middle.
inches.
It's really
Yeah.
weird. Like imagine you like laying in your bed, bro. You trying to get on your phone. You gotta open that bitch up because you ain't gonna be able to do that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But other than like, I like the phone, but also anything that's like new, you want to give it some time.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I know that it has with the dual battery, with 6 cameras.
Your feet.
The cases for that phone are so bad
Yeah.
because it's like a 2-piece. You gotta put it like on the outside.
I mean, in all honesty, I would probably just do a bumper.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like it though. I do like the whole.
I like
design
it,
of
but at the same time, like I said, it's just I don't like that outside screen. I mean, because I don't mind doing the upgrade, but at the same time, I'd rather just wait till the Note 10 comes out.
When's that come out?
Probably August. That's usually the release schedule. But guys, you know what I'm saying? We're 1 hour and 30 minutes in.
Oh, we have to make up for
Already?
last.
Y'all are
not
some
last
sick
week, the week
people,
before.
man. Y'all are some sick people eating fly infested food.
That's okay.
I would never.
I wouldn't do
You're
fly.
gonna be eating maggots and stuff.
Just on
Oh.
That's it.
fly.
What'd you say that you would do? You said,
Hair. Hair.
oh my God.
You can't even digest hair.
Just take the shit out.
You know AIDS can live in hair.
Just take it out.
It's probably in your
That's
food
what
now.
she said.
Can you get if you eat hair that has lice in it? Can you get lice from that?
But if it's cooked,
Inside your body.
Hey, some hot lice.
the lice ain't gonna be alive.
They gonna be in there like, damn, that was a nice bath.
If you if
They
you
gonna be lounging on the food like,
what's up with the?
you know what's funny, sir? I went to Alan's house one time. And I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there, and like I felt something crawling on me, and I'm like, so I flipped it off. Then I was like, hold up, I think that was a tick. Yo, tell me why this joint came back. And Alan was like, yo, why'd you flick it off again? I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean why'd I flick it off? So we found it again. Man, tried to step on that joint, didn't die.
Ticks are not.
Stepped on smashed it with like a shoe, like pressed on it rather than just, didn't work. Dropped something heavy on it, didn't work. That joint just kept getting flat and it will bounce back up. So then he just burned it.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say, what happens if you light it on fire?
I cut the bitch up. I'm like yeeting.
Yeah, listen, I only seen one tick in my life and that was it.
I be cutting.
Being out in the country.
Freeze it.
Yeah, and it comes out like, yo, that was a nice little.
You killed me with the whole lice thing. Swimming in the grease, bro.
Yeah.
Nice little.
Like,
it ain't a wave pool.
I'll be out of my mind to eat anybody's hair.
Bro, I'm telling you, ain't nothing gonna survive in that grease.
Just to eat one piece of my hair.
Show me the $100.
I'm not gonna do it.
It'll come
Wait,
back
what?
up. It'll come back up. Don't get me wrong.
say?
That it won't come back up.
You said $100?
I didn't.
Chase over here with a bowl of
Easy.
a weave.
I trust
Brazilian
you.
weave.
I trust you enough.
This man got Brazilian weave and rice, and he like, yo, let me go ahead and get this all up.
I wouldn't eat
This
no
man
random
really
person.
eating angel hair. Like, what's up with this? Yeah, let's go ahead.
I wouldn't eat no random person's hair. I trust Jewel, so I
You trust Jewel after she just told you she eat roaches and rats?
And
Fair
flies.
enough. As long as she wash her hair, she's
Spiders.
Ask Jewel how much chemicals is possibly in her hair.
I don't have chemicals in my hair.
When's the last time you washed your hair, Jewel?
This morning.
That's disgusting.
As long as you wash your hair.
No, you eating. I wash my hair. What? I think a couple hours
I
ago.
wash my hair almost every day, which is probably.
And you know, so all right, so you know it's gonna break a part of your mouth
It is-
because the hair is dry. Wash your hair every day. I'm just messing with you. That being said,
It doesn't look dry.
I'll be out of my mind to eat
No,
somebody's
sometimes it's
hair.
really like if I put a
I
hairband
trust
in it,
Jewel.
it's
This
not
guy,
gonna
sick,
come out.
this sick pervert. Yeah, I trust you. He said, I trust you. Let me eat your hair. Chase gonna go home with a piece of Jewel's hair and it's like, this guy. That's crazy, man.
I got a brush. One strand.
And he puts it on his pillow right next to him. Shh.
He's using a toothbrush.
You all I need.
You weird, bro.
You the one who do it.
Want me to be
me.
turning so these things
Yeah,
weird, bro.
That's just creepy.
Y'all
Always
the ones
the
who do
number
it.
one.
Nah, I was watching American Psycho, and that's where it came from. That's one of
That's
my
why
favorite
you're a
movies.
psycho right now, bro.
That's one of my favorite movies.
You're so weird.
Watch American Psycho. Y'all like Huey Lewis in the News?
What did you just say?
Huey Lewis in the News?
I don't know who that is.
It's from the.
It's just that before he would kill people, he would like give them all. He's like the first album critic, right? He's like, do you like Huey Lewis in the News? He's like, their first hit, Hip to Be a Square, was Dashing, right? Then dude turned around. That's how he was talking. Dude turned around. He said, hey. He said, and people need to love it because it's not about the music that they play. Then he tells the dude, he said, hey, turn around. Dude turns around, axe to the face. Then he was like serenading these females, talking about Phil Collins. He's like, In the Air. It's a wonderful song. It brings life to me. And I'm like, okay. Then he has Whitney Houston come on with two prostitutes. He's like, it tells us that there's more. There's a story of redemption and humanity. Next thing you know, chainsaw to the girl. I was like, this man is crazy. But it's a good movie if you watch it. Like, it's like a moral principle to the film.
I probably won't watch it.
I'm not probably sure you won't. But if you do,
I don't watch a lot of movies.
it's older. It's a Christian Bale movie.
Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, I probably won't watch it.
But okay, guys, we're at an hour and 35 minutes.
Alright.
Out here
Yeah.
playing tennis. Dennis the Menace.
See,
We got the hair eater,
I'll never be back.
the roach guy.
No, he's a centipede guy.
I was talking about Jewel.
She's not a guy.
It's a joke.
Oh.
What is wrong with this guy?
Thanks,
Like,
Chase.
ruining
I
the joke.
appreciate you,
He's
man.
gotta ruin the joke.
I really appreciate
It was actually, I really made a mistake.
That wasn't even a joke.
I made a mistake
Jokes are
because I
funny.
was talking about with Train. I meant because I forgot
I
what
was
he.
gonna
I
be something
was
with the fly. So.
yeah, I was gonna say her, but I messed up, and then you had to point it out, so I had to rebuttal.
So how was that a joke originally?
I just had to
It
lie
wasn't
about it.
originally.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You just tried
I
to
just
make
messed
it.
up.
You
See,
You thought.
like one time we went to go eat, and I tried to dap dude up, and he wasn't paying no attention, so I dapped up Train.
you must have 180 like trick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I said, yo, this is real good, man. So yo, but nah, yeah. So we got the Fly Girl, Hair Man, Spinach Man, and then the guy from Queens. Yo, we out of here.